Hello everyone, welcome at the press conference of the final classical game. Today the game has ended in a draw and the score is 7-7. Tomorrow we're going to have the tie breaks. First question is to Ian. Could you take us through the moment when you played e5 in the end game? What was the idea behind this move and how have you evaluated the chances to convert the end game into the point?
Good question. I guess e5 is the move which spoils the advantage, because I missed the idea that after rook h8 he can double actually on the back rank. Yeah, like play rook g2 g8. This was quite a shocking moment, and yeah, I guess some move like rook b3 instead of e5, and white is just paralyzed. So it would be basically a matter of like quite a simple technique. And then, yeah, I just didn't see like how to, like, white has two ideas. Like first is b6. If I move my rook away from the like 8th rank, and another idea is rook g2 g8, and surprisingly white can unpin. Yeah, so yeah, this was quite unlucky. So once I thought like e5 could never spoil anything. Yeah, like such an easy move, like fixing the pawn structure and everything, yeah, but yeah, probably rook b3 with the idea after rook h8 already have this rook to, I don't know, d4 or rook to d6. Yeah, should be easily winning, but yeah.
Thank you. Next question to Dink. The game has started with a solid-looking Nimzo-Indian with bishop d2, but then you unleashed with knight g5 move, a very aggressive move. Was your choice to play more risky today to an attempt to avoid going into tie breaks?
No, it depends on the position. I thought I may have I've got more tempos in this position, so I think I have some chance to launch the attack. For example, even g4 I also considered. But I was very optimistic after knight g5. Also, I a little bit excited when playing this move. But then I realized after queen c7, it's suddenly I have to go to a defense mode. Yeah, that's a turning point of the game, I guess.
In one of the previous press conferences, you promised some interesting ideas for the last rounds. Was knight g5 one of those secret weapons, or you came up with the move during the game?
Yeah, it came during the game, but obviously with this move I'm playing for a win. Yeah, at that point I thought it might be the decisive game.
And Jan, you have played the opening phase quite convincingly. Have you anticipated Nimzo-Indian bishop d2 variation? And we have witnessed in cameras the reaction that you had after seeing knight to g5 on the board. What was your first thought when you saw that move?
Actually, I just didn't buy it. Yeah, so it didn't seem like it's gonna work because I never played any like suspicious moves. Yeah, like I'm well developed, and yeah, like if knight g5 and h4 would win every game, then it would be like chess would be much easier for white. And
another moment when you seemed surprised in the cameras was when Ding played bishop to b4. How have you evaluated that position in that endgame?
Well, it was slightly unpleasant for white, but after bishop b4, it seems like if things don't work out too well for white probably is just lost after this move. I mean, it's looked very suspicious. But yeah, I guess thanks to this move rook c4, white is not losing by force. And then I guess knight c5 was an inaccuracy, so maybe knight e5 was the move. But yeah, surprisingly, the position is still quite solid. Yeah, but bishop b4 is such a decision. Probably indicated that my opponent thinks he's in trouble.
Right. Dink, you have sacrificed the pawn on g2 when the game was heading to the end game. Could you please explain to us What was your reasoning when you made this decision?
Well, first I calculated bishop g3, but he can play, I think, both knight g6 or knight d7 with the idea of knight e5, and it's I guess it's difficult to play for white. Also, I consider f3 to stay passive, but then actually I didn't calculate carefully for the line bishop g2. I just sacrifice the pawn with knight c5.
When you're looking back of these 14 games that you have played in the match, which was the most difficult game for you?
The most difficult moment, I think, on the 7th game. It's during the time trouble. I suddenly lost in thoughts, and I just couldn't make the move, make the decisions.
I guess all games were difficult in its own way, so it's like I think I wouldn't specify one.
How difficult was to prepare? This is the question for both players. How difficult was to prepare for today's game, as it was the last classical game of the match? And have you felt any more pressure compared to the previous games in the match? I think we will go first with you.
Yeah, since the situation has changed today, I'm not the one who must win with white pieces, so I can decide to play which opening, and in the end I play this line. I guess it's not so risky, but afterwards it turns out to be very I'm wrong. The preparation is more about mentally.
I don't know what to say.
Today, one of you could become the world champion. Is this thought cross your mind at any point today in the game? Have you thought that let me enjoy this moment thing?
Well, only the mind sort of did not get the world champion comes in my mind at some point.
I guess it's anyway was too early to count chickens.
So the match is tied 7-7 in the classical portion, and tomorrow we are going to the rapid portion. 4 games, 25 minutes plus 10 seconds. After almost 1 month of playing classical chess, will you find it difficult to adopt the rapid?
Well, at least we have not one day, but half days to rest, to think about the rapid game.
All right. What about you, Ian?
Sorry, what?
Is it difficult to adopt after such a long tournament playing classical chess to rapid portion?
No, we'll see.
All right.
My first question is to Jan. As today's game was the last classical one, I guess this is the right moment to ask you about what I consider one of the most important points in the whole match. In several critical positions in different games, you play quickly instead of thinking with more calm. Can you explain why?
That's a good point. Probably I should have spent some more time, but at the moment it seems like normally it seems that I knew what's the correct move, but not every time it was correct.
And for Liren, please, you are not among the top 100 in Blitz. I understand that means that you play very few Blitz tournaments, but then the question is, does it mean that you don't like to play Blitz?
Oh, it's maybe because I was inactive at that point. Yes, I haven't played so many Blitz games in recent years. Also online, I didn't play so much. Yeah, general, I didn't like playing some random Blitz games.
So I'm from Portal KZ, and the question is Magnus Carlsen able to play the championship match without the contender tournament with the future champion?
Who is this question to?
To both players, I think.
Я думаю, что в зале присутствуют некоторые официальные лица из ФИДа, и, может быть, они смогут пролить свет на этот интересный вопрос.
Thank you. The answer is no.
Спасибо. Ответ нет.
Thank you. Do we have more questions in the press?
Дин ничего не ответил.
It will not change any the reality. Sorry. Let's go the next question. Do we have? All right. It's time for just basically please.
Hello, I'm from Kazakhstan TV channel, and the question is to both players. How are you going to spend your prize fund after the match? And normally players spend some portion of it for charity. What about you?
Jan, we will go first with you.
Let me think some, next time about this.
Well, I'd like to travel when I have some spare time.